Today is March 31st, 2019. I'm going to meet here at my favorite place in Cambridge at the Alewife T station, the terminal of the Red Line. I'm going to meet one of my viewers. His name is Richard Psu. He hasn't arrived yet, but I expect he will be here very shortly. So I always meet at the Bertuzzi's, which is at the end of the subway of the Red Line. You see there in the distance behind me the high rises, two high-rise buildings. You see me also reflected. I'll show you the world in reflection. Oh, let me stand up. Now we're going to get into the direction of the sun, which my camera doesn't like. Okay, and now we're back. I always bring a present for my viewers. Guess what the present is? And I sign that present. And then I also have another present, which I also sign. Whoa! It's windy. Okay, I'll get back to you when Richard is here. Yeah, so Richard has arrived. You see him here. And I think it would be nice if Richard tells me, and also you, something about his life. I know he is a student at Harvard. That all by itself is very prestigious. I want to know where he comes from, which country, why he ends up at Harvard, and what his future is.
All right.
Speak loud.
Sure. So I'm Richard. I'm a freshman studying mathematics at Harvard. And I come from Scarsdale, New York, which is a town a little north of the city. And I come here to learn more about the world, about how it works, and how I can help to improve it. And so, and I still don't know much about my future, but I hope I can do something good for our society. That's it.
Do you have American citizenship?
I do.
Your
Yes.
parents too?
Yes.
So you were born in the United States?
I was born in Austin, Texas,
Okay.
actually.
And you were so lucky that Harvard accepted you?
I am. I was so happy on that day.
Okay. Do you by any chance have a copy of my book?
I don't with me, but I...
If you didn't have one, I was going to give you one and
Oh my
sign
God.
it for you.
Yes, please. I would love your book, Professor Lee.
You already have my book.
Well, I only watched your lectures online, but I never read the book.
You only what?
I only watched the lectures online. I never read
Okay,
the
well,
book yet.
do you have a copy of this book?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh, well, man, then that's going to be my present for you. This is called For the Love of Physics. And it has been translated in 13 languages.
Wow.
And up to this day, the first publication was in the United States in 2011. To this day, counting all the copies sold all over the world, is more than 300,000.
That's impressive.
So that's good news for me. The book is very popular. So you can take over this camera while I sign,
Yes.
and you can see in the back what will be on the camera. Okay? So I will hand it over to you. Try to avoid the sun. I forgot to bring a ball pen. Maybe you have one on you.
Not with me right now.
I have a pen to sign this, but I forgot to bring a pen to sign in the book. Oh, a lot of wind there.
Definitely.
So this is for Richard, Walter Ruin, and it is March 31st, 2019. Now, I normally write with a ball pen in the book.
But for today, I'll have
If
to
I
be
write
sure.
with this, all hell will break loose because
Yeah.
this will be visible throughout the whole book.
Can we write on the back of the cover
Should I
then?
sign here?
Like on the back here, since that
On
will.
this side?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. And then we can put something here for the time being. It's easier for me to write this way.
Sure.
For Richard. Because we both love physics. Okay, you're the only one which has a book which was signed. Normally, I write that here.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is actually nicer.
It's big and bold.
Okay, so you have my book, and you have a picture.
Yeah.
I will leave the picture in here because otherwise you may
It,
blow away.
it might fly off. It's windy today. Alright.
Anything else you want to tell the viewers about your life? Let me aim the camera again at you.
Anything else?
What are your plans after Harvard?
Well,
So you are first year student now.
I'm a first year student, and that means
So you have 3 more years to go
Yeah.
after this.
I have 3 more years, and here in the US we don't decide on what we want to really do with our majors until later on. And so right now I don't really know what I want to do, but I'm exploring.
So you're not sure whether you want to go to graduate school.
I'm not sure, but that looks like a very fun option. And
By the way,
please- yeah.
what is the nationality of your parents or grandparents who came over to the United States?
Well, they were Chinese.
They were
and
Chinese.
On my parents' generation, they decided to come here for graduate school.
So when did
That was
the first Chinese that ultimately became your grandmother and grandfathers and mother and father, when did they come to the States?
My grandparents never came, but my parents came in the 90s.
In what?
My parents came around 1990. But
1990.
But my grandparents never came here.
So they originally had the Chinese
Yes.
citizenship. So they became U.S. citizens.
Yes. They were
Okay,
naturalists.
wonderful. That's the great thing about this country. Nowadays, it's not so easy anymore, but that will change.
It's more difficult
That
now.
will change with time. All right, Richard. Well, thank you for meeting me. It's always nice to meet viewers. With your permission, I will post this video on my YouTube channel today. It'll be up there in about half hour or so.
And
It's now about 10 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, Sunday morning, by 11 o'clock, it will be online.
And please, viewers, keep loving physics.
Keep what?
Keep loving physics.
Well, that's my life, so I can't stop it. Even if I wanted to. It's not even a disease, it's my life. Okay, Richard,
All right.
take care,
Thank you.
and I hope that my viewers will like to hear from you. The wind is amazing. That's Boston, Cambridge for you in Massachusetts. Richard, do you have any question for me before we end this video?
Yes. So, how did you end up loving physics, and how did you come here to Cambridge?
That's a good question. Richard, I had no choice. That was predetermined. There are probably about 125 gods. That's my rough guess. We call that in physics a back on the envelope calculation. And all 125 unanimously decided that I was going to be a physicist. So who am I to fight that? It's in my blood, it's in my bones, it's in my genes.
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
Yes.